These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, arguably the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. Here they are, the Eggheads. Challenging the might of our quiz Goliaths today are Tibial Pursuit from West Yorkshire. Now, this team all work together in the X-ray departments of Leeds General Infirmary and St James's Hospital and regularly quiz together at the Hop Pub. Let's meet them.
Hi, my name's Connor and I'm a senior radiographer.
Hi, I'm Kane and I'm a diagnostic radiographer.
Hi, I'm Katie and I'm also a diagnostic radiographer.
Hi, I'm Jordan and I'm a reporting radiographer.
Hi, I'm Mark and I'm a diagnostic radiographer.
So Connor and team, hello.
Hi, John.
Great to see you. So you're all basically doing the same kind of thing, Connor?
Yeah, pretty much. We have slight variations, but predominantly we're doing much of the same.
Radiography?
Yeah, so radiography, so all kinds of medical imaging. So it ranges from mainly X-rays, which is what all of us guys do, but the profession itself includes CT scans, MRI scans, ultrasounds, all sorts of stuff.
I love the tibial pursuit. That just remind me, tibial is in the foot, right?
No, so your tibia is your shin bone, so the main bone.
Thereabouts,
in your shin.
yeah.
So yeah, between the knee and the foot.
Yeah, somewhere below the knee. Yeah, okay. Challengers, good luck.
No problem.
Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challenging team. If they fail to defeat the Eggheads, we just take the prize money and we roll it over. So, Tibial Pursuit, the Eggheads had a bit of a bad run and they've got themselves back in gear and they've won the last 2. So there is £3,000 to play for today. Would you like to give it a go?
Yeah, we'll do our best.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. The first head-to-head battle is on the subject of film and TV. So it's one of you choosing between Lisa, Steve, Barry, Kevin and Chris. Who wants to do it?
So that'll be Mark.
Yeah, I'll take it. Who do you reckon? Yeah.
You have
Okay,
it before.
Mark.
Yeah, so that'll be Mark.
And who would you like to take on, Mark?
Who do you reckon?
Steve, maybe?
Steve, it might be an opportunity to get
Yeah.
Kevin out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before.
Let's go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the plan?
The plan is Mark's going to take on Kevin.
All right. So Mark from Tibial Pursuit taking on Kevin, the Grandmaster from the Eggheads, on film and TV. And just to ensure there's no conferring, would you please take your positions in our legendary question room? Well, Mark, this might be a good choice, actually, because, Kevin, I was just looking at the stats, and you've lost the last 2 film and TV rounds.
I have.
So there we are, Mark. His motherboard is sparking a little bit. We'll see how you do here. Good luck. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
Here we go, Mark. Good luck. The Oscar-winning 1980 film Raging Bull is set in the world of which sport? Boxing, baseball, or badminton?
I've not seen that film myself, but with the name Raging Bull, I don't think it's baseball. Badminton, I can rule that one out. I'll have to go boxing.
Yeah, exactly. It is boxing. Robert De Niro. OK, your question, Kevin. The 1957 film Bridge on the River Kwai is set in which war? Crimean War, World War II, or Vietnam War?
Well, it's set around the building of the Siam Railway in World War II, or Burma Railway, if you prefer.
World War II is quite right. Yes, indeed. OK, Mark. In which year was the TV comedy The Office first broadcast? 1991, 2001, or 2011?
I'm a big fan of The Office. Really do like Ricky Gervais. 2001. I'll have to go with.
2001 is quite right, yeah. But you were, let's just think, how old were you then?
2001.
5.
I would have been 5 years old. So watched it a bit after its
Your
time.
parents let you watch it, did they?
Yeah, had me sat from watching it.
OK, Kevin. Johnny Carson and Merv Griffin famously performed which role on US TV? Talk show host, newsreader, or sports anchor?
Johnny Carson was one of the longest running and probably the most famous still, although he was in the relatively early days on TV of being a talk show host. So, talk show host.
Talk show host is right. So 2-2, keep up the pressure here, Mark. The 2016 film Passengers, starring Chris Pratt, is set on which mode of transport? Is this an airplane, train, or spaceship?
I've not seen this film, but I have seen trailers for it. It's not an airplane, it's not a train, it is on a spaceship it's set in.
Yes, I saw it, and I can confirm there was definitely a spaceship in it. You're quite right. Okay, 3, 2. Kevin, you need this one to stay in. Who plays Jane Tennyson in the TV series Prime Suspect 1973? Jessie Buckley, Eleanor Tomlinson, or Stephanie Martini?
And this is the sort of origin story of the police career of the character later played by Helen Mirren in the other Prime Suspects, but I think in this one it's Stephanie Martini.
It is Stephanie Martini. Well done. So 3 out of 3 for you both. We go to sudden death. And Mark, it gets a bit trickier here because I don't give you options, okay?
Okay.
As of 2017, Bradley Cooper has starred in how many Hangover films?
There's 3 Hangover films, I think. Yeah, 3. 3 is my answer.
3 is right.
Yeah.
Well done. Kevin, who plays US President James Marshall in the 1997 action film Air Force One?
I have seen that, but I saw it when it came out. And there were a number of, which is obviously a long time ago, and there were a number of similar types of films around that time. I could be mixing them up, you see.
On the edge.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. I'm afraid so. I'll have to say Harrison Ford, I think.
Well, you haven't lost 3 in a row for 6 years. But the answer is Harrison Ford. Well done, you're still in it. You nearly knocked out a world quiz champion there. 6-time world quiz champion, Mark. Keep pressing, keep pressing. Viola Davis won a Best Supporting Actress Oscar in 2017 for her performance in which Denzel Washington directed film?
Not too sure on this one, Jeremy. I can't think of any Denzel Washington directed films at all off the top of my head. I'll just have to take a guess at a film, Split, but I know that's not correct.
Split, no, Fences. Fences. Okay, Kevin, for the round, who won the Best Actress Oscar in 1947 and 1950 for her performances in To Each His Own and The Heiress?
And she's now over 100 years old and got a damehood in the Queen's Birthday Honours list in 2017, Olivia de Havilland.
Yeah, I thought you'd get that right. Olivia de Havilland it is. So you have won through on film and TV and avoided the hat trick of losses. Yeah. Kevin, well done. You're in the final. Mark, sorry you've been knocked out, beaten by our egghead. Return to us, please. We'll play round 2.
Thank you very much.
So as it stands, Trivial Pursuit have lost 1 brain from the final round. The eggheads have not lost any so far. And the next subject is science. Science! Is that not good?
Yeah.
Who's going to do this?
Are we thinking Jordan?
Me.
You seem to be
Yeah.
the most
I'm
confident.
happy to take it.
Yeah.
Jordan.
What are we thinking?
Okay, our radiographer. Against anyone but Kevin.
We'll take on Lisa. Yeah, we'll take on Lisa.
Okay, so Jordan from Trivial Pursuit to pursue Lisa from the Eggheads on science. Please go to our question room. All right, so science we're on, Jordan. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
Good luck, here we go. Which of these trees is native to Africa? Is it the baobab, giant redwood, or eucalyptus?
I've heard of all 3. I think giant redwood is North American. So for me, it's between baobab and the eucalyptus. I'm going to go with, I think it's baobab.
I think you're absolutely right. Well done.
Okay.
I think eucalyptus is Australia. Yeah. Okay, Lisa. Which of these animals is a type of cat? Ocelot, okapi, or oryx?
I forget what an oryx is, that's annoying. But the cat you're looking for is the ocelot.
Ocelot is right. Well done. I can't remember what. Anyone seen an oryx lately?
It's another antelope.
Got a sparrow horn.
Okapi is a bit of the same family as a giraffe. It's a unusual kind of animal.
Okay, back to you, Jordan. In the human body, what is known as the white of the eye? The choroid, the sclera, or the retina?
I'm not heard the first one before. The retina is at the back, which I think captures the light. I'm going to go with sclera.
It is sclera. Well done. Lisa, approximately what percentage of the Earth's atmosphere is made up of carbon dioxide? 0.04%, 4%, or 40%?
Well, it ain't 40 because a lot of us wouldn't be breathing. Is it as high as 4%? I hate this. This just feels elementary and horrible, and I should be getting it straight away. And it's a horrible shame on my character that I'm not. I don't know. 4%.
Okay. Barry has got his head in his hands. Barry, explain.
It's 0.04%. 99% of the Earth's atmosphere is made up of just two gases, nitrogen and oxygen, and just over 1% is made up of everything else, of which argon is the most. But it's a very, very small amount of carbon dioxide. But if it was 4%, we would be roasting, absolutely roasting, because of the greenhouse effect.
The answer is 0.04%, Lisa. So this is good, Jordan.
Fantastic.
Press the advantage. Get this right, you're in the final round. Here's your question. In astronomy, what are the Geminids? Are they meteor shower, Jupiter's rings, or solar flares?
It's not a term I'm familiar with, so I'm going to take a punt at Jupiter's rings.
No meteor shower. Anyone help us with Geminids?
Well, all the ones that end in ids are meteor showers. There's the Leonids, the Perseids, the Geminids, the Orionids, and the name comes from which constellation they appear from in the sky. So
Right.
these ones come from Gemini, obviously.
Well, there's a way back in for you here, Lisa. Your question. In 1995, Michael Foale became the first person born in the UK to do what? Send an email from the ISS, walk in space, or become a NASA administrator?
1995. See, I knew he was an astronaut. That's as far as I'd got. First person from the UK. I really wish Jordan had got that last question because I'm just in a sea of embarrassment and horribleness now. Okay, 1995, I mean, that's a decent bet for send an email because that was kind of when they started. I feel like it's not spacewalk. I don't know why I feel that. Normally I'd go with what my first instinct tells me, but I don't have a first instinct. No, Jordan deserves this one anyway. Send an email from the ISS.
No walk in space.
Fair enough.
You're out, Lisa.
That's
Sorry,
all right.
Jordan. Well done.
Thank you very much.
So we have got the scientist in on science, which is, I'm sure, a relief to our challengers here. You're in the final. Lisa is not. Come back to us. We've got the third round to play. As it stands, Trivial Pursuit have lost one brain from the final round. Well done, because you've actually taken a brain out from this side as well, from the Eggheads. And the next subject is sport. So, who would like this?
It's definitely you.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement that that's going to be me.
OK, Connor, the team captain. Another radiographer. Let's see. It's going to be Steve or Barry or Chris.
They're all good quizzers, but I think I'll take on Chris.
That's going to go down well.
Twice on the trot. I smell conspiracy. I'll have nothing to do with conspiracy. I'll root it out.
Yep, he's pleased. So Connor from Trivial Pursuit versus Chris from the Eggheads on the beloved sport. To ensure there's no conferring, please go to our question room. So Connor, you're known as the face of Leeds radiology.
Yeah, you could say that, Jeremy.
Because what they when they do a photo shoot saying this is our new piece of equipment, they stand you next to it.
Yeah, for some reason I seem to get called out of the department every now and then for a photo shoot. You'll have to ask my bosses if you want the answer to why it's always me that gets picked, because I'm not really sure.
Same for you, Chris, isn't it? When we wheel out, face of the Eggheads.
Well, funnily enough, if we're talking medical machinery, I was actually inside an MRI scanner when it was still just a test rig at Siemens in Erlangen, when we made the Horizon documentary, The Search for Mastermind's Brain.
And what did they find in there?
Nothing. Well, not nothing, but nothing out of the ordinary.
No. OK, so we're on sport. Let's see if there's any part of Chris's brain that's dedicated to that, Connor. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
And here we go with your questions. Of these three athletes, who was the first to win a World Championship gold medal? Connor, was it Colin Jackson, Steve Cram, or Linford Christie?
OK, athletics isn't really my strong point. I know that Steve Cram had most of his success in the early 1980s, and Colin Jackson was more in the 90s. Linford Christie, I'm going to guess he was more of the late 1980s, so my answer is Steve Cram.
Yeah, brilliant. Steve Cram it is. Well done. Chris, which of these footballers is the tallest? Jermaine Defoe, Wayne Rooney, or Peter Crouch?
Well, Jermaine Defoe's no real size, is he? But the great, tall, gangling one there is Peter Crouch.
Yes, indeed. Peter Crouch is right. So we go back to you, Connor. The rugby union player Billy Vunipola usually plays in which position? Number 8, prop or fly half?
Well, there's 2 Vunipolos, I think. Billy. There's Billy and there's Mako. I think Mako is a prop. I think Billy, I think he's a number 8.
Number 8 is correct. And that's a tough old question. So you've done well there. Okay, Chris, you're under pressure here, aren't you? How much money was the winner of the ladies' singles competition awarded at Wimbledon in 2016? Chris, was it £1 million, 1.5 or 2 million?
There's a lot of controversy about it, wasn't there? And I think it was $1 million.
You are wrong. It's 2 million. So, Connor, you're 2-1 ahead. Get this right and you will be in the final round.
All right.
Here we go. Although he was able to occasionally switch stances, which of these boxers is predominantly regarded as having had a southpaw stance? Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, or Thomas Hearns?
I'm really stumped here. Boxing is one thing I've not really got much of an interest in. So in that case, I'm going to have to go with the only boxer I've actually heard of. So I'll go with Sugar Ray Leonard.
They're all boxers. It's not him. You're close because one of the most famous fights of all time was Hagler-Leonard, and the answer is Marvin Hagler.
All right.
Chris, you have a chance here. The spin bowler Imran Tahir represents which international cricket team? Chris, is it Australia, the West Indies, or South Africa?
Oh, well, for historical reasons and going back to the days of indentured labour in Africa, I'll say South Africa.
I don't know if that's the logic, but it is the right answer. South Africa is correct. Well done, Chris. So you pulled it back there, and it's level after 3. And Connor, now we test you a bit more because we get a sudden death.
Yeah.
I don't give you alternatives. Here we go. The Spanish defender Carles Puyol spent his whole professional career with which football club?
That would be Barcelona.
Barcelona is quite right. Chris, to stay in, which rugby union team defeated England in March 2017, ending their 18-match unbeaten record?
Well, I want to say Scotland, but I'm thinking to myself, yeah, Scotland.
Ireland, Chris.
Ireland.
Ireland. Connor, you're in the final. Well done. This is good for our challengers. You took on an egghead. You knocked him out on sport. Please return. We'll play one more round before the final. So Tibial Pursuit have lost 1 from the final round. The eggheads have lost 2 brains now. Oh dear, eggs. Can we get back on our feet? Let's see. The next subject is arts and books. Who would like that? I heard somebody sigh.
I'd be very good at arts and books, really.
No.
I think we need to keep Kane for the final.
Thinking about who we want to
It's
keep.
okay.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I'm going to take arts and books.
Okay, Katie. Against which egghead? Now you can have, Katie, either Steve or Barry.
I think I'll take Steve on, if that's okay.
All right. So Katie from Tibial Pursuit versus Steve from the Eggheads. Arts and books. Last round before the final. Let's see what Katie can do here. Please go to the question room. Arts and books, Katie. Would you like to go first or second?
I'd like to go first, please.
So good luck. See if we can get you into the final. Here we go. In which part of a book, Katie, would you usually find a prologue? Beginning, middle, or end?
I don't think it would go in the middle, and I don't think it would be at the end. I'm pretty sure it goes at the beginning. I'm going to go for that.
Brilliant. Beginning is right. Steve, who is the central character in the Robert Louis Stevenson novel Kidnapped? Edward Hyde, Jim Hawkins, or David Balfour?
That's David Balfour, Jeremy.
It is David Balfour. Okay, Katie. What nationality was the painter Georgia O'Keeffe? Australian, British, or American?
Ooh, I'm not sure on that one at all. No clues at all either with the answers there, so I'm going to take a bit of a guess, and I'll say that she's British.
Now, I'm just trying to work out how we get to this. Any challengers know this?
I think it's American.
Yeah, American. Eggheads American.
American.
Painter still with us or not?
No, she was very long-lived, but no, she died in the 80s.
Okay. American is the answer, Katie, sorry. So, Steve, on to you to take the lead. Which of these writers died aged 94 in 1950? George Bernard Shaw, James Joyce, or Seamus Heaney?
That's George Bernard Shaw, Jeremy.
It is George Bernard Shaw. Well done. Seamus Heaney was almost quite recent, actually.
Yeah, very recent.
Certainly in this century, yeah. So, he's pulled ahead, Katie, and you must get this one right to stay in. The villainous king Antiochus is a character in which Shakespeare play? The Winter's Tale, Cymbeline, or Pericles, Prince of Tyre?
Oh gosh, again, Shakespeare, not one of my top subjects. I think the only one I've heard of is The Winter's Tale. Given that this name is a king, I'm going to guess Pericles, Prince of Tyre, but I'm not sure at all.
Well, let's just see with the Eggheads. Are these all Shakespeare plays?
Yes.
Okay, so then they're not the best known ones.
No, they're not.
To say the least.
No.
But you've got it absolutely right, Katie.
Good answer.
It is Pericles, Prince of Tyre. Well done. Steve, your question. You can take the round. Who wrote the political novels House of Cards, To Play the King, and The Final Cut? Chris Mullin, Michael Dobbs, or Geoffrey Archer?
I've not read him, but I do believe it's Michael Dobbs.
If you've got this right, you've taken the round with 3 correct answers. It is Michael Dobbs, Steve. Well done. Sorry, Katie. Steve is in the final. Level as we go into the final. How exciting. Return to us and we'll play it. So this is what we've been playing towards. It's the final round. And as always, it's general knowledge. I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So that's Katie and Mark from Trivial Pursuit and Lisa and Chris from the Eggheads. Would you please now leave the studio? Connor, Kane and Jordan, you are playing to win Trivial Pursuit, £3,000. Steve, Barry, Kevin, you're playing for something that money can't buy, the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. They're all general knowledge, gents, and you can confer, OK? So, Trivial Pursuit, the question is, can your 3 brains crack the Eggheads here?
Give it our best shot.
Would you like to go first or second?
I think, should we go first?
OK, Kane and team, good luck. You can do this. The starting point for swimming the English Channel is usually in which English county? Is it Kent, Hampshire, or Cornwall?
Surely you'd imagine it's Kent.
Yeah.
That's going to be
The
the
boat
shortest
goes,
distance.
Shortest distance to
The boat
France.
goes from Dover, and Dover's in Kent, so
Cornwall,
Channel
yeah.
Tunnel.
You'd imagine
yeah.
Kent.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go for Kent for that one.
Kent is right. Eggheads, what name is given to the plastic card system for public transport in London that was introduced in 2003? Is this lobster card, mussel card, or oyster card?
Oyster card, everybody?
Hopefully.
Happy with Oyster Card. Yeah.
Well, the other 2 sound very fanciful, but I think the answer to this is Oyster card.
All right, well, let's get our train man on it. Chris,
It's the Oyster Card, yeah.
oyster card is right. Challenges. In January 2016, which member of One Direction became the first to be a father? Is it Harry, Liam, or Louis?
I think this is
Liam's just had a...
Louis.
Yeah, Liam's had a
Liam's
baby
just had a
with
kid,
Cheryl
but
Cole.
I'm pretty sure Louis had one earlier.
Harry doesn't have a
Don't
baby, I
think he
don't
does.
think. It's Louis Tomlinson.
You happy with that?
Don't know
just-
much about One Direction, but if you two are
Liam,
talking, then yeah,
very recent.
Yeah.
Louis had one before him and Harry's not, so...
we'll go on your knowledge.
Yeah. We think that's Louis.
Your knowledge of One Direction is impressive. Louis is right. Okay, Eggheads, to catch up, who was Prime Minister of New Zealand before Bill English and after Helen Clark? Jenny Shipley, John Key, or Jim Bolger?
John Key. Yeah, he was there for several years. Because Bill English took over from John Key.
Well, they're all Prime Ministers of New Zealand, but the one before was John Key.
John Key's right. So 2-2, nothing to choose between you at the moment. Just keep this up. What is the approximate population of California? 9 million, 19 million, or 39 million?
So it's the most populous state. Is it definitely?
And America's got a population of roughly about 260 million in it. So, I mean, and what cities have you got? You've got LA, San Diego, Sacramento, San Francisco.
It's huge cities.
By size, it's not far off the UK, is it?
Is there any we can rule out?
Well,
I
look at it this way.
imagine it's more than 9.
If there's what 8 million people in New York,
Yeah.
there's going to be more than 9 million in California.
Would 39 million too much, or?
I think 39.
I'd be swayed towards 39 off the 3, but
I'm fairly happy to go for
50,
39.
50, 19, 39, but it's a huge state.
Should we go with 39?
okay, we're not too certain. We definitely think it's more than 9 million, but we're going to go for 39 million.
You're right. Hold on. 39 million, well done. Well done, 3 out of 3. Okay, Eggheads, get this wrong, you've been defeated. Elspeth Huxley's book, The Flame Trees of Thika, was set in which country? India, Oman, or Kenya?
I thought it was Kenya.
Kenya, they did a TV series of it. So it's
Yes, there was quite a well-received TV series about it, and I'm pretty certain, we're all pretty certain it was set in Kenya.
If you've got this wrong, the contest is over. But the answer is Kenya. Well done. So 3-3. And we go to sudden death in the final round, playing for £3,000. Gets a bit harder. I don't give you alternatives. All right, guys, good luck. Which mythological creature, endowed with a hide that was impervious to weapons, was Heracles instructed to kill in what is usually said to be the first of his 12 labours?
I don't even know where to start with mythology.
I think of creatures, some Medusa, Cyclops.
I mean, it won't be Medusa. She's not really impenetrable to weapons. It's going to have to be something more animal-like. The only mythological creature I can even think of off the top of my head is, what, a centaur and a kraken.
Yeah, that's what's a minotaur, is that something?
A minotaur, maybe that's it.
Minotaur is a much better shout.
Yeah.
More furry.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to come up with a better answer than that. Right, well, go for it then.
So definitely not our strongest subject, this, but we're going to go for a Minotaur.
Let's see if the Eggheads know. Is it Minotaur?
No, that was killed by Theseus. It's the Nemean lion.
Nemean lion.
Right.
No, wouldn't have got that.
Sudden death, it could end here. Eggheads, the DC comic book character Hal Jordan is best known by what superhero alias?
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
Lantern.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, we're all agreed again on this. We believe Hal Jordan was the Green Lantern.
If you've got it right, the contest is over. They do seem certain, don't they?
I think it's right.
Do you know this as well?
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
The answer is Green Lantern. We say congratulations on sudden death, Eggheads. You have won. Often getting to that third correct answer will take you to the money. It's just that they're just getting a bit of a spring in their step, I think, again. The Nemean lion.
Yeah, never even heard of it.
You'd
So.
never get that.
Yeah, I would have said Minotaur or Hydra or something. Or...
You did fight Hydra.
Hydra was the second one.
Oh, was it?
Linnaean Hydra.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Trivial Pursuit. Brilliant team name. You unleashed the X-ray on them, but it didn't quite work. The Eggheads have done what comes naturally. They reign supreme over Quizland. It does mean our challengers don't go home with the £3,000. So we'll take the money and roll it over to our next show. Eggheads, well done again. Just getting back into your stride, I can tell, and a bit of a swagger here. Join us next time to see if a new team of challengers have the brains to take them down. £4,000 is here for them to win. Until we quiz again. Goodbye.